Hi team, Sarah here, your veteran adapted PE teacher with Easy Adapted PE, and today we're going to do a Q&A. So I got a bunch of new questions, so I want to answer them, and hopefully this will help all of us. So my first question is, how do you reset a routine when things go off track? So this is a really great question because things are always going off track, right? In phys ed or adaptive phys ed, things are never going to go exactly how you plan it out, no matter what. So really what I do when things start to get off track, I kind of take a step back, to be honest with you. And I know that sounds bananas, but as long as everyone's safe, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to think about, okay, what is really not working? Is it the activity, right? Is the activity too challenging? Is it too easy? Is it sensory? Is the music too loud? Are the lights too loud? Is there too much equipment out at one time that it's overwhelming? Am I not using enough visual aids, right? So am I not utilizing my paraprofessionals or my peer buddies? Are those people being too much, right? Is our personnel needing to take a step back? So I'm running through all of these little steps and I'm really looking at the kids and I'm like, okay, what are they engaging in? What are they engaging in? Like, period. Are they engaging in all of the equipment or all of the activities in the way that I wanted? And if not, what are they doing instead? And if they're still engaging in the equipment but in a different way, I'm not going to penalize that. If anything, I'm going to be like, okay, that was a cool way to use that hula hoop. All right. I mean, I didn't think about that. You know, maybe they start racing with one another and you know, depending on the makeup of your class, right? And the safety piece. But as long as that safety is in play, I kind of look at what it is they're doing and how I can incorporate it into the activity I want them to complete. So if they want to utilize the hula hoop in a different way, fine, go for it. But then we're also seeing, okay, like he does or she does want to utilize the hula hoop, but just in this way. So now I'm going to make sure the next time I get the hula hoop out, this is one of the choices that they can have. This is one of the activities they can do. And maybe I set up choices they can do and choices I need them to do. So everybody is going to be able to do what they want. I'm going to get to see their skills and take data if I need to, or those other pieces, but they're still getting to be joyfully engaged in what it is that they are participating in. And that really is the goal. The next question is, what if a student decides not to follow a rule, right? They're just like, I'm not going to follow this. I'm not going to do it. And in adaptive PE, that looks different, right? In different ways in different kids. So it might be flopping on the floor. It might be, you know, just crying. It might be eloping. It might be biting, right? There's all these different things that it could be. And you know, 9 times out of 10, I am going to wait out whatever that behavior is. So if there's a behavior going on and the kiddo is safe, again, that's number one, I'm going to wait that behavior out. I'm going to probably have a para or an aide kind of hang out with that kiddo while I am with the rest of the class. Because at the end of the day, I've got the rest of the class to be working with and I can't be doing both. You know, I do want to engage with the student, but I want to make sure that the majority of the students that are following the rules are on task and are learning, and I'm able to take data for them if I need to. So I'm going to wait out whatever that behavior is. And once that student is calm, I might switch with the para, because what could happen, right? Para could get burnt out a little bit, right? So we always want to switch, tag in, tag out. So the para goes in and I might sit with the student and have a quick chat, but I'm limiting it. I'm not going to sit there for 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to put a limit on it for myself and for that student to know, I'm not going to engage in this if you're not going to participate, right? We want to look at what the rule was too. You know, let's have an idea of, okay, was this rule going to be too much of a challenge for this kiddo? Did this kiddo not understand the rule, right? Was there a picture? Did I demonstrate the rule? Can he or she demonstrate it or talk about it with me or point to it on a picture? Can we go over that safety or that social story again to say, these are the expectations, hands to self, listening ears, whatever that might be. So that's what I would do in that situation. And we have one more question. So the final question I have is, how do I reinforce routines with limited equipment and staff? And I feel like these days everybody has this, limited equipment and limited staff, right? There's just almost no way around it. And so how do we reinforce routines? It really starts on day one. It starts on day one. It starts with picture cues. It starts with smaller picture schedules if needed. I'm color coding everything. So my yellow number 1 goes with the yellow cone. And behind it, I have my station rotation schedule. So everybody is on board. I've got my safety stories. I've got my transition stories. I've got my transition music. So kids know where to go. The spots on the ground, they could be labeled with the student's name or their face. I'm making sure there are kiddos that maybe don't get along so well, are not right next to each other. So And it's reinforcing that every single day. And that first probably month and a half, you're going to think it's not working. And then all of a sudden it will click and it will be like, oh my goodness. And then that's only 20% if you think about it of your whole school year. And then the 80% is going to be gorgeous. And you're going to have a little bit of this, right? After breaks, it's going to be rough, right? It's going to get tricky. But the kiddos will snap back into the routine a lot quicker because you've already put in all that work in the beginning of the year. So I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A today. Please feel free to keep bringing your questions in. I'm going to try to get to all of them that I can, but send them my way, and hopefully we can continue to learn and share together. All right, I'll see you guys next time.